purely aerobatic, it is very, very impressive indeed. On the runway, from Lufttransportgeschwader, or Air Transport Wing 62 of the German Air Force at Wunstorf, is an aeroplane very familiar in these parts, due to the presence of so many of them as part of the RAF air mobility fleet over at Brian Norton. What we're going to see is an impressive tactical display of some of this totally aeroplane was called a max effort takeoff, which is accelerating to beyond the rotate speed, and then accelerating a further 30 knots before lifting nose level off to a max performance climb. Very useful, of course, when operating from airfields in what are known as contested environments, where ground fire might be a risk. Yeah, absolutely. Another example of what is not just airshow flying, but a tactical demonstration, and in this instance, protection of the aircraft from ground fire in contested areas. Four 1100 sharp horsepower Eurocross International EC400 turboprop engines. This aircraft at first flew towards the tail end of 2009, and of which a current 178 examples have so far been ordered, and Germany is the largest customer with 53 of them. So we've got the undercarriage extended now, 14 wheels and tyres, optimised to allow the aircraft to operate from unprepared strips at high weights. The A400 is sized between the C-130 and the Boeing C-17 Globemaster. However, it can carry significantly heavier loads than the C-130 and can use rough landing strips, as seen here with the very vast array of tyres, low pressure tyres on the undercarriage. Degrees during this display can attain a maximum of 120 degrees, which we've seen demonstrated by Airbus test pilots in the past. We have. We might see angled back up and down going towards the end of this display. Very spirited from the aircraft of that size. The Luftwaffe first used its A400 engine in a combat theatre in July 2018 when they carried out a troop lift from the base for the entire fleet at Wunstorf to Mazar-e-Sharif in Afghanistan. And also, Germany was the first user of this type to declare it operational in the air-to-air refuelling role, because the A400M can also act as a tanker. Now, hopefully, we're going to see the aircraft establishing itself in a typical airdrop configuration on the next pass, with the rear cargo ramp open and the door, sliding the aircraft to around 115 knots. Rate of climb, 35 degrees, nose up. Just hitting the clouds there, the speed factor being visible, unfortunately, to most of us, monitor. Yes, in the tanker role, they've undertaken this interesting activity. It's now a 3-point tanker. In November 2023, the Luftwaffe received its first example with a hose drum unit to be mounted on the rear loading ramp, adding to the 2 underwing pods that can be fitted underneath the wings. And this February, a Luftwaffe A400M carried out its first air refuelling of some RAF Typhoons engaged in Operation Shaker. Now, how about this for a landing approach? Setting the aircraft up to descent, and a full stop landing aided by the powerful automatic brakes,